He's moving what?
He's moving all butthurt, man. So I mean, I was reading an article earlier on about how basically in one of the plan of the of the Israeli plan to derail any agreement would to basically be to basically bomb one of Iran's nuclear facilities with the sole intention of bringing the world into a war. That was basically their threat to to basically stop a treaty being signed. But now the treaties have sort of been signed, man. You don't know what's gonna happen, man. But people in truth, man, we just hope something's gonna happen soon, man. Man, we can't. Matthew 24:22. If Yahweh Shah does Yahweh Shah and the angels don't come back to destroy this kingdom, man, no flesh will be saved, man.
No flesh, man.
Because the shit Esau be doing, the experiments they be, all the experiments that they be performing, man, biological warfare, man. All of the laws that Esau's passing, man, all of that sort of shit. It's all with the sole intention of bringing down the numbers of the population, man. Man, he promotes homosexuality. What does that do? That brings down the population because what? Two men and two women can't produce children, man. Can't produce offspring. Man, all that Monsanto shit. It came out that in tests of lab rats or lab mice, I forgot which one. After 3 generations, the animals were infertile. Man, this kind of shit Esau promotes, man.
It says it was it Georgia Guidestones?
Yeah.
They want to reduce the population to
500 million from a so-called 7 billion, populace, man.
See, and the chip is already out.
They just waiting for a reason now.
Yeah, just a reason, man.
Nah, they probably got stockpiles already ready, man. I mean, damn. I mean, you've got the Project Helm, I think it is, over there in the States, man. Well, basically they're basically gonna have training, exercises, military exercise, and what we know each time there's a world event that goes on. What was the backdrop? The backdrop was there was some sort of exercise being carried out. 9/11. The military was performing exercises. 7/7, the military was performing exercises. MH17, NATO was doing exercises at that as well. So I'm expecting Lord's will something happens in those July exercises, man. If something happens before, that's great, man. On a serious note, man, this kingdom can't carry on much longer, man.
This could be your last year, bro.
Lord willing, it is, man.
They're already exercising that martial law. Man, you proud women, man. You proud women, man. Because you think you've got all the laws by your side. Especially the nigger women. The rest of you tribes, man. You're not gonna get it, man. You ain't gonna run, man. Whatever the Lord set up for you, you're gonna get it, man.
Can't.
Be it the martial law. Because you're gonna be killed, raped, tortured, taken to the camps, concentration camps. Or if not that, there's nukes, man. All of you niggers striving to be famous, getting all up in the world, in these industries. And people are exposing before your eyes that the industries is just full of evil wickedness.
Can't.
Have to suck off a man's rod just to get high.
Can't.
High in the industry. You should know this by now, man. These secret societies, Illuminati, you gotta commit homosexual, all these wicked demonic rituals to be there. You lot so desperate to be famous. Desperate to be famous. Yeah. Well, guess what? The Lord's gonna make you famous, man. Do you know how He's gonna make you famous? The Lord's gonna make you an inductee of the Hall of Flames, man. That's how you're gonna be famous, bruv. Yeah. You're gonna get your chance, man. And that's directly to the 2/3, man. You're gonna be famous, man. Hall of Flames, man. Yeah. There's gonna be a red carpet and everything, bro. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. But this kingdom, man. Everything it promotes, man. Like, you don't even want to have you don't want to have a child.
You don't want to have a child in this kingdom, man. Start teaching your child some homosexual shit, man.
It's just, they're doing it in schools, man.
Man. They're pushing it in school. It's a bad school if they don't promote or educate the children on homosexual acts. It is legit. It's not promoting British values. You know, which is why Ofsted has been getting at a lot of them not Church of England. I think a lot of them Church of England schools. One minute they were marked as outstanding, the next they're failing because they're not teaching them kids about homosexuality, man.
It's just wickedness, man.
It's wickedness, man.
And they're not even doing it when the children come of age, man. They're doing it like nursery and shit. That's how. See how demonic these people are,
man. If you tell them young, man, that your children are impressionable, man. Man, you might be coming home one day, your child has friends around and they're doing some homosexual shit. What the fuck you doing? Miss said it's okay. What miss, man? Go to that school, take the bitch's head off, man.
Innit, man? And do you know what I'm saying? Obviously the fathers that they're gonna complain to the schools. Well, you never know. The teachers or the government might say, oh, he's a threat to children.
Yeah, and then your child gets taken away from you, man.
That's it, man. Child's gone. Why? Because you don't want to bow down to the system. You know? It's orchestrated society. They say what goes. They say what's right. It's just disgusting, man. Look in the industry. Who's promoting? What type of woman? Sluts.
Come on. Man, all Beyonce is she's a slut, man. You people that worship her as a god, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Stupid, man.
She bleeds just like every other fucking woman, man. She's not able to make up her mind on a pair of shoes just like every other woman, man.
She's a straight demon, man. Jay-Z.
When she was pushing out that baby that, you know, they say she probably didn't even have. And if she did have it, she would have had pangs like every other woman, man.
Come on, man.
How can you worship a bitch, man? What's wrong with you, man? Can you worship a bitch?
You know what I'm saying? A god? Calling herself a god, man? You know, worship her like a god? She's ashamed of her own image, man.
Can't.
That's why she's putting all that weave and shit.
That weaving and shit, man.
That copying, man. She wanna be like the white.
Man, she doesn't even know how to make up her mind. One minute she's saying I'm going to cater to you. The next minute she's talking about she don't need no man. And
what's that about, man?
you know, she's singing all the single ladies, tutus now. She finishes the recording of that song at the studio, goes home to her husband. You look at that dumbness, man.
Oh, man.
Bitch can't even make up her mind. You lot are worshipping her as a god, man. What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
You're gonna be destroyed, man. You pussy worshipping niggas, man. Yeah, man. Going back to, you know, proving that, you know, the Gentiles or the Israelite foreigners, you know, Ephesians 2:12, that at that time you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without the Most High in the world. A lot of people, especially Christians, will use that to say, you know, see, that's talking about the other nations, man. They're all without the Most High, man. We just, you know, debunked, you know, the house of Israel, man. Hosea, Romans 9:24, you know. And look, it's gonna prove it even more, man. It's got double colons here. You know what I'm saying? So meaning what? It's elaborating what it's talking about. Verse 13. But now, in Yahushua, we who were sometimes far off. Look at them keywords there. Sometimes afar off. Are made nigh by the blood of Yahushua. Wait a minute. How can this be talking about the other nations? How were they sometimes afar off? Let's look at the word sometimes. Some means few. Time means what? At a moment.
Yeah, I mean, with Israel, we were constantly going off, man. It weren't even a few years. We were constantly going off.
See?
Well, you know, he's right in that, you know, several times, man, we just kept going off, man. But that is still talking about one group of people, man. How can it be the majority of the Bible is all talking about Israel, apart from a few verses? You know,
People don't know how to read, man. Look, it says we who were sometimes afar off, are made nigh. Well, another word for sometimes means what? Not all the time. So if you were sometimes afar off, that means a point, you were sometimes close with the Most High.
Can't.
But the other nations were never close.
Never close.
They never had a chance. The Lord killed the other nations, man.
Can't.
And we can prove that, man. Look. Let's see what Moses said, man. Deuteronomy 4, man. Deuteronomy 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. Actually, let me go verse 4. Verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord, Yahweh, the Most High, are alive, every one of you, this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh, the Most High, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land wherefore ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So that's how the other nations are supposed to look at us, man. Israel, man.
Can't.
For what nation is there so great? Who have the Most High so nigh unto them? As the Lord, our Most High, in all things that we call upon him for. And what nation is there so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day, man? You see? Only Israel was nigh to the Lord, man. So that's a cut, man. We who were sometimes afar off, man, in Ephesians 2. Talking about Israel still. House of Judah, house of Israel, constantly, going off, man. And if you read verse 16, and that he might reconcile both unto us, the Most High, in one body, by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby. Why, man? Because the house of Judah, house of Israel, they weren't looking at each other as brothers, man. They weren't looking at each other as brothers. And you see, it uses the word reconcile. What does reconcile mean? To bring back together again.
Can't.
How can you bring back something again if they were never a part of the fold in the first place?
Can't.
Cut, man. See, you gotta understand these words, man, when you read, man. That's what we're telling you. Yeah? You people, you just reading, man. You're just looking at words and just, pronouncing it, basically. But you're not going in depth. You're not understanding the words, the meanings, man. The history, man. Look, man. If you don't understand the Old Testament, for sure, especially if Yahweh by Shimei Hashai ain't dealing with you, you are no wise going to understand the New Testament.
I mean, ultimately speaking, it's still this. It's all one book.
One book, man.
Psalms 40, 44. I come in a volume of the book, man.
Yeah, man. You got to accept the whole book. Because everything is truth, man. And these Christians, they just say New Testament, New Testament. You read something from the Old Testament, but that's Old Testament, that's Old Testament. What do you mean, man? Do you even know what New Testament is?
But we read it, bro. I am the Lord, I change not.
It doesn't change, man. See? Now, what's the New Testament anyway? Huh? What's the New Testament about? Let's see if it's about the other nations. Yeah? The new covenant. Anything you want to say?
We spent time out here in the cold, breaking it down to you, man. But we know ultimately those are supposed to get it are gonna get it. To them it was the given, the rest were blinded.